Hello guys, what is going on? Welcome to my 2021 full NASCAR predictions video. Now this video is going to include every single race winner I think is going to win, and then my playoff predictions. So now some of these predictions I don't really have much of an explanation for. I just see it in my head. I see sitting there and watching it saying, oh yeah, cool, or oh wow, he won. So yeah, might as well get into it. Gonna be kind of quick with these. Because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video. The Busch Clash. Denny Hamlin, I think, is going to take it. He almost won the Busch Clash. I mean, not the Busch Clash, but the Daytona road course in August. But I think he'll take the Busch Clash here because it's on the road course. So, yeah. But I'm not going to flip to the next slide yet because the Daytona 500. Matt DiBenedetto, I think, is going to take this one. He almost won it in 2019, I think, when he was in the 95, but wasn't really his fault that he wrecked. You know, the Penske trifecta, including him, I think is going to be able to push him to the win, locked into the playoffs, and maybe that'll help him get a new ride in the coming years. But yeah, another Daytona 500 win for the Wood Brothers. Now, moving on. The Daytona road course. I think Martin Truex Jr. takes this one. He finished third in the last year's Daytona road course. He's actually a pretty underrated road course racer in my opinion. So I think he'll get his first win of the year in this good new paint scheme. But yeah, Daytona road course, Martin Truex. Homestead, Miami. I think Denny Hamlin takes it. You know, he's Denny Hamlin. He won last year. Good at mile and a halfs and stuff. So, first one of the season for the 11. That new sponsor. Las Vegas. Joey Logano. I think he's won Las Vegas last year. He's won it in the past. He's a good mile and a half racer. So, I think he'll take the Las Vegas race. Joey Logano. Phoenix. I think Brad Keselowski will take this one. He has, has he been good at Phoenix? I don't know. I don't remember if he's won any, but yeah, I think he'll take this one in the desert. Like I said, not much explanation for this one. I was going to say if he's won in the past, but off the top of my head, I can't really remember. So yeah, Phoenix, Brad Keselowski, first one of the season. And Eric Almirola, I think, surprise winner for Stewart-Haas Racing. He's going to take Atlanta. He needs to win because, he's been consistent over the past few years, but he hasn't won. I think he grabs a win at Atlanta. He's pretty good at mile and a halfs, but I think he'll have a good car, but at the end there might be like a late race restart or something of that sort, and he'll take it. But yeah, not sort of some fluke pit strategy. I think he'll get it pretty fair and square, not off a pit strategy or anything like that. But yeah, Eric Amarola wins at Atlanta. We have the Bristol Dirt Race. I think the 20 car of Christopher Bell is going to take this one. Because he's raced dirt in the past. I'm pretty sure that he's raced dirt in the past. And he did the Chili Bowl, I'm pretty sure. And I could be wrong. But if I am, then this prediction is most likely going to be wrong. But I think Christopher Bell will take this one. Because like I said, pretty sure he's raced dirt in the past. And new team, he's going to be with a much, much better race car. In a much better race car, and he'll get his first win of the 20 car and pretty sure of his career, if I remember. Has he won? No, he hasn't. So yeah, Christopher Bell takes that for Joe Gibbs. Moving on, Martinsville, I think Ryan Blaney will win this one. He's finished twice. Last year, both races he's finished twice, so I think it's about time he takes a win at Martinsville. He's really good at Martinsville, even though he's not the greatest at the other short tracks. I mean, he's good at Bristol, but you got like Dover, stuff like that. Not the greatest. But yeah, I think Martinsville, Ryan Blaney, finally, he'll get his Martinsville win, because those second places will all add up to a win eventually. So Ryan Blaney takes Martinsville. Now we go to Richmond. I think Joey Logano will be the first driver of 2021 to nab his second win. He's good at Richmond. He's won at Richmond in the past. And I think this will be Another race that he can nab the win. Moving on, we have Talladega. Now, I originally had Daniel Suarez winning Talladega, but when has he ever shown any sort of, dominance or skill at restrictor plate or tapered spate, whatever they're calling it now? Not to my knowledge, I can't remember anything. So, Brad Keselowski getting his second win of the year. He's a good restrictor plate, whatever. He's a good Talladega racer, and I think he can go ahead and get this one for Team Penske. Now, the man, the myth, the legend, Kevin Harvick, little late in the year to get his first win, but I think he'll get it at Kansas. So, yeah, Harvick wins at Kansas. Really good. And we'll go to Darlington, which is actually the throwback weekend in May, and I think that'll go to Denny Hamlin. He won it last year, and he'll get his second win of the year at Darlington in the throwback weekend. Now we go to Dover, and here's where Kevin Harvick starts dominating a lot more. I think he'll take Dover race, second win of the season. Now, I'm pretty sure he won one of the races of the Dover doubleheader. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he and Hamlin each won one of the Dover races in the doubleheader. So, yeah, Harvick takes Dover, second win of the season. Now, Circuit of the Americas. This is a new track, and we don't really know what to expect. So the only thing we can really do is go ahead and go to the man, Chase Elliott. Absolute legend of a road course racer, and I think the defending champ gets his first win in a Circuit of the Americas, a new track. Hopefully it'll produce some good racing, but I think Elliott will win in the end. Moving on to the Coke 600, I think Denny Hamlin wins this. I don't think he's ever won a Coke 600. I could be wrong, but I think it's about time he gets his Coke 600. Pretty sure he hasn't won one ever, so yeah, he definitely deserves one in that patriotic car. And yeah, third win of the year, Denny Hamlin. Now we go to Sonoma. Didn't race at Sonoma in 2020, but that just leaves it all up to Chase Elliott once again. Absolute legend of a road course racer, like I said. I think he'll take Sonoma for his second win of the season. And then we move on to the All-Star race. I think Kyle Larson will now be a two-time All-Star race winner. He's kind of rusty. So, first half of the year, I think he'll kind of get, wash off that rust a little bit, for lack of a better word, and he'll win the All-Star race, second All-Star race win for that 5 team. But yeah, Kyle Larson wins it. This is actually a Texas All-Star race, so had to keep that in consideration when making that prediction. Anyway, Nashville. I so bad wanted to pick Kyle Busch because you all know the guitar thing. That was funny. But I think Denny Hamlin will get his 4th win of the season at Nashville. Don't really know what to expect there, but I think Denny Hamlin can get it done. Moving on to Pocono, we have Kevin Harvick. He won at Pocono last season, and I think that he will get it done. The Tricky Triangle for his 3rd win of the season. Pretty good Pocono racer. And this is actually a Pocono doubleheader, so moving on to the second Pocono race, we have Ryan Blaney. I think he'll grab this win. He'll get his car how he needs to be for the Saturday's race, perfect it for the Sunday's race, have a really good car, come down to the end. I think he'll get his second win of the season for Team Penske. Moving on, we have Road America. I think the rookie, Chase Briscoe, is going to take this one. It's going to be between him and Chase Elliott, but I think Chase Elliott, he can't win every single road course, in my opinion. So I think Chase Briscoe, he's a really, really good road course racer, at least from what we've seen in the Xfinity Series, in my opinion. So I think Chase Briscoe will get his first career win. Back-to-back seasons where Stewart-Haas rookie has gotten their first win. I think Chase Briscoe gets it at Road America. Moving on to Atlanta, I think Alex Bowman is going to get this. So Atlanta races this season, kind of some underdogs. I mean, Alex Bowman, I think he's an underdog because he only has 2 wins. I call him an underdog. I think he'll get it at Atlanta in that new 48 for Hendrick Motorsports' first win of the season. Moving on, we have New Hampshire. I think Truex will get this one. He's proven in the past that he's a good short track racer with his Richmond win and his 2 wins at Martinsville. Actually, no. Yeah, it was 2 wins at Martinsville. Almost got a 3rd, but, tire issues, had to come down pit road. Wasn't really his fault. he was in contention to win at Martinsville. So New Hampshire is just a scaled up version of Martinsville, and I think Truex can nab the win in that 19 team. Watkins Glen, I think that's obviously going to go to Chase Elliott. Said it many times. He's a good road course racer. He's going to nab the win at Watkins Glen. Now we're moving on to the Indianapolis road course. I think the 9 team goes back to back. Chase Elliott, he's really good at road courses. So yeah, not much explanation for there. 4th win of the season, Chase Elliott. Michigan, I think that'll go to Kevin Harvick. He won both Michigan races last season. So if that doesn't say anything, I don't know what does. So easy pick, Michigan, Kevin Harvick. Moving on, Daytona. I think Bubba Wallace is gonna get a win at Daytona. This is the race before the playoffs, mind you. So I think he'll be battling for a playoff spot, but he'll be coming into this race. He'll be above the cutoff, but he'll just secure it like Byron did last season with a win. Now let's discuss the playoffs. The people who have been locked in on wins are Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, Chase Briscoe, Alex Bowman, Eric Amarola, Christopher Bell, Bubba Wallace, and Matt DiBenedetto. That leaves 3 drivers to be locked in on points. And yeah, that's supposed to say 3. I forgot to change that because, like I said, originally had Daniel Suarez, but I changed that for Brad Keselowski. So that should say 3 spots for points. Drivers in contention, I think, will be Kyle Busch, William Byron, Kyle Larson, Kurt Busch, Cole Custer, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, and Ross Chastain. Now, like I said, Kyle Larson wins the All-Star race. That's a non-points paying race, so he does not get locked in. So Kyle Busch, like we all know, he has a new crew chief, and he said that he thought he got fired by Joe Gibbs. He thinks he gets fired with that crew chief change, and that'll definitely hinder his performance. But I think he'll definitely make it in, because the people who point in, William Byron, and then the Busch brothers. William Byron, I mean, he almost pointed his way in, and then he got the win at Daytona. He would have pointed his way in. So I think he'll be consistent all season long. He'll have some up and down performances, like a 20th place performance here and there, and then a 3rd place performance here and there. But I think he'll have enough consistent top 10s to get him a playoff berth, beating out his teammate, Kyle Larson, because Kyle Larson's still rusty, and I don't think he gets a win this season. But, I mean, if you count the All-Star race, yeah, but I think he'll get a win next season, and he'll stay at Hendrick for the time being. Kyle Busch, like I already mentioned, feels like he get fired by Joe Gibbs, crew chief change. I think he'll be consistent enough to make a playoffs, but not necessarily get any wins. And then Kurt Busch, he's very consistent. I think he'll get a lot of top 15s and a lot of not necessarily out of top 10s, but a lot of top 15s. Very consistent. Doesn't go out there and wreck the race car a lot. So I think he'll point his way into the playoffs. And then we head to Darlington. Kyle Busch, I think he'll back it up with a win. First win of the season. Continues a streak of wins per season. So I think he'll nab a win and advance to the next round at Darlington. Now we go to Richmond. I think Martin Truex Jr. will get his 2nd Richmond win. Like I said, I'm pretty confident in him at short tracks. I think he can get this dub in the books. And then we go to Bristol. I think the 2 of Brad Keselowski will get his 3rd win. Pretty sure I think he's pretty good at Bristol. He won there in 2020, and I think he can lock himself in, but I think he would have made it anyway. So let's discuss who do we think gets eliminated. I have these 4 drivers. So we have Matt DiBenedetto, Christopher Bell, Eric Amarola, and Bubba Wallace. Now, you might be thinking, Christopher Bell gets eliminated. I feel like I consider giving him multiple wins. He's got Adam Stevens. That's a really good crew chief, but I think he's still getting... I mean, he was a rookie last season. He got a win this season, but I feel like he won't be consistent enough. This is a really, really competitive playoff field for Christopher Bell, and I think he'll just miss out. I think he might make it. He might almost make it, but I think he'll just lag behind a little bit. Bubba Wallace, I think... I'm not going to say the Daytona win was a fluke, but I mean, it was a super speedway. But I mean, he doesn't have very many playoff points at all. Only 5 or 6 say he won a stage here and there. So I think he won't have enough points to make it. And then we have Eric Amarola. He usually makes it a couple rounds into the playoffs. I don't think that will happen this year. He only has 1 win. I'll say he wins a couple stages. He's really, really consistent. But, this playoff field is just so tough. Then you have Matt Benedetto. He's going to get that one win. And then, is he going to do that much anymore? I don't really know. I was confident in Matt Benedetto last season, but it wasn't really his fault. COVID hit at a bad time, but I don't think he'll have enough points to move on. Round of 12, I think Kevin Harvick will get his 5th win here at Las Vegas. Confident in his mile-and-a-half abilities. Moving on to Talladega, a wild card. Indeed, I think Ricky Stenhouse will get another super speedway win. He's really good at super speedways, in my opinion, so I think he'll grab his win at Talladega. But doesn't really matter. He's not in the playoffs. So moving on, Charlotte Roval. None other than Chase Elliott, I think, will take his 5th win of the season. Yeah, man's a bloody legend. Eliminated, I have the Busch brothers, Byron, and Bowman Hendrick teammates. So, like I said, I was talking all about Kyle Busch and his firedness and all that stuff. So yeah, he's just not going to have the performances he needs to. Same with pretty much all of these guys. I mean, yeah, sure, Bowman got a win, but I don't think he'll win that many stages. I don't think he'll be that consistent either. He'll maybe have 3 races where he gets top 5s, but he'll have a lot of up and downs. And he'll get a win at Atlanta. I'll give him that. But yeah, I think he'll get eliminated in the round of 12. William Byron, I mean, he doesn't have a win. He doesn't have very many playoff points, if at all none. I think he'll get maybe 2. But yeah, I think he won't have enough points. And then Kurt Busch, he doesn't have any wins, doesn't have many playoff points, doesn't have much at all. So I think he won't make it to the round of 12 either. I mean, he's consistent, but he's not getting wins or anything like that. So moving on to the round of 8, I think we're going to Texas, and I think Denny Hamlin will take it, locking himself into the round of 4. I mean, there's not much to say about Hamlin and Harvick. Granted, they haven't gotten as many wins as they did in 2020 due to in my predictions, but still, I think Hamlin takes it at Texas. Then we go to Kansas, and I think, try not to be biased, but I really, really think Ryan Blaney can win at Kansas. He's good at mile-and-a-halfs. He was running up in the top 10 at both Kansas races last season. Just wasn't close enough. And I think he'll get redemption, get his 3rd win of the season at Kansas. Move on to the round of 4. Joey Logano, I think he'll get win at Martinsville. Really good at Martinsville. He's won multiple times in the past. I mean, has he won multiple times? Pretty sure he has, yeah. I mean, he would have won even more times if Kenseth wouldn't have deleted him. But I think Logano gets his 3rd win of the season. Penske back-to-back. And yeah, moving on. But before I switch to the next page, we have to discuss Hamlin. Harvick or Elliott. They both have 5 wins in my predictions. Who makes it to the next round? So in this round, we had Texas, Kansas, and Martinsville. Harvick is so bad at Martinsville, but I think he's going to get a solid top 5 at Texas. Same with Kansas. Elliott, I'm just not that confident in Elliott in these 3 tracks. Because I think Harvick will have more playoff points. I think Harvick will win more stages than Elliott. I think Harvick will be more consistent. But, Elliott's kind of got a free pass. They put all those road courses on the schedule. And I'm not saying he doesn't have talent. He definitely has a lot of talent. I mean, he won the championship. But Harvick, he's a veteran. And Elliott, I mean, he won at Martinsville last season. Formed under pressure. But, I mean, I think I feel confident in Harvick to get redemption. And that's why Chase Elliott will be eliminated. So, eliminated in the round of 8, I have Chase Briscoe, Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex Jr., and Chase Elliott. Now, you might be thinking, well, I thought you said Martin Truex Jr. was good at short tracks like Martinsville. Well, I think he doesn't have he only got 3 wins compared to Harvick's 5 and Elliott's 5. But there's only 1 spot left because you got Blaney, Logano, and Hamlin winning. So there's 1 spot left, and I think Briscoe, he only has 1 win. I think he just points his way into the round of 8, kind of just falls off. Keselowski, he doesn't have that much wins. I don't think he'll have a good a season as he did last year, and I think he'll be eliminated. Truex, I just think he doesn't have as many points overall. I mean, he'll do okay at Kansas and Texas. Martinsville, he'll be in the top 10, top 5 consistently, but he won't have enough to win. I think he'll get eliminated. And then Elliott, I mean, maybe I'm underestimating Elliott, but I just don't think he'll make it, like I explained previously. Anyway, the final 4 consist of Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Blaney, and Joey Logano. Harvick and Hamlin, I'm pretty sure, both have 5 wins. Blaney and Logano both have 3 wins. So we got a really, really competitive final 4. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you my outright prediction. I think Kevin Harvick will win the championship. I think he'll get redemption. He is the Phoenix King, like I predicted last season. He'd win, but he didn't, because I mean he ran 5th all race long. I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly. He was good at Phoenix, but he was in the championship fork, so he kind of just chilled. And Logano, I mean, granted, he did win at Phoenix in the past, but I just don't think he'll have the car. Blaney, yeah, he almost won at Phoenix in 2019, but I just don't think he'll have the car. I mean, Hamlin and Harvick, I feel like will have some battles, but I think Harvick will overall dominate the race and show his true Phoenix charm. So I say Harvick gets his 2nd championship, and he's gonna show his Phoenix talent that these 3 guys might not have as much of. And Denny Hamlin will continue searching his first championship. But yeah, there you go. 2021 champion Kevin Harvick, 6 wins. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty fair prediction. He has the most wins with 6, and these guys came up just short. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. A like would always be appreciated. Make sure to comment down below. Do you agree with my predictions? Do you disagree with my predictions? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the 2021 season. Kobe Plays, signing out. Goodbye.